This is obviously not how you wanted your season to end, points-wise, but what does it mean that Trackhouse in such a short period of time has become a playoff contending team?
Yeah, it definitely means good. You know, it's been good to be in the playoffs and have a decent run at it. Definitely, I feel like we have a little bit more than this, you know, especially in a place like the ROVAL. This place has been so difficult to me, man. We're always fast here, and we don't have anything to show for, and today is another example of that. But we have to continue to work hard, and I know what this team is capable of. It wasn't our day.
Was the landing that you made going over the turtles, is that what killed the brakes, or was it something else?
Brakes were going out before that.
Okay.
For some reason, it happened worse after that, but the brakes were lap 10. I noticed something was not normal with the brakes. I mentioned in the radio that I was having to move my brake pads way more than normal. In reality, I don't know. They're gonna check the car today or tomorrow, and we're gonna find out exactly what happened. But I'm 90% sure that something was. We had a problem way before that, and then around that point when I was racing hard, it just completely went out.
What are kind of the vibes like? Like on one hand, it was always a long shot that today was going to work out in your favor, so the fact that it was kind of a gut punch result is not as difficult to swallow, I imagine.
I mean, for me, honestly, the playoff stuff, I don't really care about that. For me, it's the result. You know, we worked very, very hard for this weekend, and we have absolutely nothing to show for. That's the part that for me is painful, the result. If today I was finishing third, second, fourth, I was going to be happy with that, without making the playoffs, the next cut. But the fact that we put a lot of work into this race, and we didn't practice fast, we didn't qualify fast, and we didn't race fast, that's the part that is painful.
And you guys still win the rest of this year, the same way Ross did last year too?
Hopefully.
So if you were to win a few more races, that'd mean a lot more than making the next round of the playoffs, from what you're saying.
What was that again?
If you were to win it, you care more about winning than the playoffs, and so like.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And then, how much did you think it had hurt the car?
Yeah, it hurt the car. It knocked something out of alignment in the rear. My steering wheel went from being straight to at 3 o'clock. So it certainly had a detrimental, outcome to my car. But certainly Chris did a great job with his adjustments to compensate for the handling that bent toe link did. So. Just great job by the team. We survived, and now we go race.
Was it nerve-wracking, or was it just? I mean, because you.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, the biggest nerve-wrack, right, is at the end just hoping no cautions, because I know I'm in a good spot. I can afford to give up one spot here, one spot there, but I couldn't afford a caution and then bleed 10 spots, right? So it just was nerve-wracking to want to see that green light stay green.
Are you surprised Reddick was able to continue after how hard he hit you?
I'm not surprised. I mean, that team's really prepared. He's a great road course racer, and Billy Scott and that team's just been on it for the most part all year. So, but to have the damage they had, I don't know the extent of it, but it's sounded like from Chris it was pretty bad for them to come back and drive around us, finish 11th. That's pretty good.
How special was it to have that moment with you and Tyler and Michael on the pit road just now?
Yeah, it's just I now got a 20% shot at a championship,
Denny
one or the
Hamlin
other. So we're going to just keep grinding, and it's great to see the fight that Tyler had.
Thank you.
Close to it. Is it more disappointing how well you ran, or do you feel like you guys did all you could do?
I mean, it's disappointing because I feel like we had the speed all three races to be able to make it, and even with the mistake I made at Kansas, if we just don't get wrecked at the end of Talladega, I feel like we advanced after today. Just doing loose math in my head, boy math as you call it, I guess. But that's racing, right? We should go back and have a better regular season too. But I've always said in the playoffs you learn the most about yourself, and you learn the most about your competition. And I feel like we proved a lot to ourselves as a team with a 2-car, and kind of just wish there wasn't 4 races left in the year, and feel like there's more for us to go out and get.
What more did you need against the 5? Was anyone really able to keep up with him at all?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the 5 and 20 were really strong. I didn't spend much time around like the 13 and the 16, but I felt like those guys were definitely the class of the field today, and they've both been really good at this racetrack past winners. So I knew it was going to take a restart and a little bit of optimism to be able to set up a move on them. But hard to pinpoint
And I believe this was your first top 10 at this track. So, while it's an elimination, just how huge is this to have a top 5 result and put that complete race together here?
Yeah, I think it's one of our best road courses in quite some time. Definitely one of my best. The last 2 have been really good, and people always tell me I'm good at this stuff, and that hasn't really been the case in the last year or so. It does feel nice, but yeah, consolation prize.
Thank you, Austin.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.